Good day, Pinoy Clicksers and Mixers. Welcome back to the channel. It's prime time for the Strange Tales set. Let's go! Okay, so we are looking at two figures that have green circles around their bases, indicating that they are the prime version of themselves. Okay. As the name suggests, a prime is like a character in its peak form. Okay, so we have here, for example, the super rare Baron von Strucker, okay, the regular one, and the prime version, as I said, has a green ring, and there are some changes in the paint job. Okay, so the regular has a shiny green suit, the prime one has a classic green color effect. Okay, so for blade, it's also the same. Okay, so you can see that the regular has shades and closed mouth, and for the prime, the head was swapped into a vampire open mouth, shadeless head. Okay, but and everything else looks the same. Okay, and that's how they usually do it for primes. They just have an alternate uh, color scheme or maybe a little change on the sculpt. Okay, but majority figures are sculpt reused. Okay, but let's go ahead and take a look at what they can actually do. As I said, they are. The idea is you only have one prime in your team because they are the peak version, the I would say the most comic accurate or penultimate version of the character. Okay, starting us off with Baron von Strucker. He is super rare prime, a super rare prime. Okay, I always think of super rare primes as a set, as a chase rather. Okay, because I always think of primes as one level higher from its original rarity. So a super rare prime is just an equivalent of a chase actually for me. Okay, so he has the Hydra team ability, this green circle here, and keywords are Hydra, Mystical, Pass, Ruler, and Spy. Okay, so great keywords, especially the Pass, Mystical, and Ruler. Okay, he has a couple of traits: searching for mystic super weapons. Friendly characters with the Hydra keyword have mystics and Doom DA. Okay, and that's also includes himself because he has a Hydra keyword and he is friendly to himself. So giving mystics to everyone with Hydra is a big thing, and the Doom TA as well. I don't know what the Doom TA does in particular. I forget about it, but I think it's more of you heal when a character is KO'd, something like that. Okay, so please correct me in the chat if or in the comment if I'm mistaken. Anyway, the second trait is what makes him really viable. Everyone is expendable. Other friendly characters have when this character is KO'd by an opposing character after resolutions, roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, remove an action token from a friendly character. On a 4 to 6, generate a character with an expendable goon trait on its 15-point starting line adjacent to a friendly character. That generated character gains the Hydra keyword. Okay, so it's good in a couple of ways because whatever d6 you roll, you get good effect. Okay, removing an action token from friendlies is always strong, especially if you don't have willpower. And generating a character with expendable goon with Hydra, meaning he will have the mystics, therefore, okay, is also going to be a good mechanic. Okay, so people are using this one to have a second chance at rolling a d6 for characters that already have an expendable goon trait. Okay, because some characters already have this 1 to 3 and 4 to 6 effects. Okay, but the name of the trait is expendable goon. Okay, and technically in Heroclix, if the name is different, then even if they do somewhat the same, they are seen as unique. Okay, so meaning if you play a character with an expendable gun trait, and that character dies, then you get to KO his trait, and you also get to actually you get to roll a d6 for his trait, and on top of that, you also get to roll a d6 for Baron von Strucker's trait. Okay, so I hope that cuts across as clear. Okay, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know. And the special defense power is LMD, Stop Regeneration. Okay, he has that at the end of his dial. And special damage power, The World is Ours, Leadership and Outwit. This is Wolfgang von Strucker, Fear Itself, Book of the Skull, number 1, Significant Appearance. Only for 35 points, that makes him really, really cost efficient. He is serving as your leadership, outwit in your team, with plasticity, poison, and mastermind. So he can mastermind to an expendable, and that way triggers this trait. And he has a stop click, as I said on the last click. So really, really good for 35 points. I'm thinking of building around him for Silver Age because there's much more uh, Hydra characters that you can get from Silver Age. Okay, just to maximize the traits of this Baron von Strucker. Okay. By the way, he has 4 range, single target. But I imagine he would just be at the end of at the back of your army. Okay, making sure that everyone is expendable. Okay. The second prime that we are looking at is Blade. Okay, so he is a rare prime. So rarity, I would imagine, is like a super rare. As I said, 1 level higher than its original rarity. So the rare becomes a super rare. 37B is the set number. Blade has the Mystic Steam ability, and keywords are Avengers, Midnight Suns, Wakanda, Monster, Mystical, and Vampire Brood. Okay, I did not know Black Blade is a Wakandan. Okay. He has a trait, Vampiric Hunger. Blade starts the game on click number 5. So he has a vampire dial. When Blade uses Steel Energy, he may heal past his starting line and heals an additional click if he KO'd a character this turn. Okay, which is really strong because if you're able to KO once, then that means you heal up to click number 3, which already gives you such a huge leap on power because of that 19 impervious and 5 damage. Okay? He has a special movement power, which is Bloodlust, which is Charge Flurry. When Blade hits after the attack resolves, you may move him up to 2 squares. Blade may move between attacks during Flurry. Okay, so but he has to hit. So you have to remember that you have to hit something so that you can trigger that 2 square movement. Okay, and if you're able to KO figures in both of those 2 attacks in the flurry, then you could already be in the top click, which is 12 hypersonic, 13 precision, invincible, and 6 damage exploit. Okay, so if you're able to get him on that dial for 75 points, he's definitely worth it. Okay, improve characters, so that's really good, especially for that movement of 2 squares. And he has a special attack power, only 1 blade. Okay, I guess that's Wesley Snipes. I recall that line in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. So this special power grants him Blade Claw's Fangs, and when Blade uses it after resolutions, opposing characters adjacent to the target are dealt 2 damage. Okay, so it serves as a splash damage for the adjacent character. Okay, and when you KO that character from splash damage, again you trigger the Steel Energy healing, an additional click. Okay, so interesting. Okay, no, I don't think it triggers. Okay, because it only means deal 2 damage. Okay, but nonetheless, extra damage is really, really uh, a welcome addition. Okay? Real name is Eric Brooks. Deadpool number 28 is a significant appearance. Okay? So, I'm quite on the fence whether I would use him or not. Okay? Because there's a new one shot in Strange Tales, Alien Hunger, that says when a friendly character uses steal energy, you may choose that they instead heal equal to the total damage taken by all opposing characters during that attack. Okay, so if you use this, again, that splash damage becomes a damage taken by all opposing characters, a part of that damage taken by all characters during that attack. Okay, so I don't know if it's part or because it's after resolution. Okay. Again, I haven't tried this, so I'm just theory crafting here. Okay. I hope it is. Okay, because that will make it Alien Hunger much more stronger. Or again, if you roll high on blades, like a 6, then you can immediately heal up to the top click. Okay? So that your second attack will be much stronger uh, because of the new improved vampire dial. Okay. Anyway, so that is our video. Which among the two do you like more? The super rare Von Strucker Prime or the rare Blade Prime? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it for this video. Bye!